Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Ian McQueenie. And yeah, today I'm going to be talking about basically my experience recently since moving out of state for about 2 weeks now. Time's been flying. And my overall just connection and relationship with God, as well as just overall how I am, how I'm feeling, who I'm becoming, and how I'm feeling. So last video, I kind of talked about this already, where I was just kind of getting the flow of things, getting into routine and starting to figure things out. But as the days have gone on, it's been 2 weeks now, I've really gotten in the groove of being consistent with when I wake up, how I feel during the day, and being disciplined and getting, things done. So on a daily basis right now, I've got, this journal. It's called Template to Life, actually. You guys should check it out. Where I basically just write down my to-do list every single day and make sure I check off all of them before I go to bed. So that's like the most important thing that's been on my mind right now, is just holding myself accountable to getting things done that I say I want to get done. And this also ties back into the book I'm reading right now called Atomic Habits. And if you haven't read Atomic Habits, you really, really should, because this is honestly like the guide to life on how to actually, psychologically win at anything you do. So I just had to read this real quick. Basically, it talks about the law of the least effort, pretty much. So typically, every human being typically wants to do the thing that's easiest, that has the least amount of friction, that you can get done pretty easily without having any, pushback or anything. And at the end of the day, what happens when you do that is, you're saving yourself time and energy, but you're also sometimes, depending on the things that you're holding off on and you're trying to, make it a little bit easier, you're holding yourself back pretty much from what is possible and what's out there. So when you can build a foundation of habits that are healthy, that are easy because you've done it so many times, so many days in a row, that is when you start executing on the things that you say you want to do and seeing results. Because it all starts with habit building. When you have habits built in place, at first, it's going to be hard to really build up the habit. It's going to be like, man, this is tough every day. Like, sometimes I forget to do it. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it. But if you do it anyways, despite how you feel, on a consistent basis for like 30 days in a row, 60 days in a row, 90 days in a row, that habit will become like a staple in your life of who you are, and it will become easy. So for me, I've been doing like 250 push-ups a day, and that's kind of like a staple now. I just wake up, do 250 push-ups, and I call it a day. But on top of that, creating content, I like to, read the Bible every day. So now I've been doing this thing called SOAP, which is basically scripture, where you find a piece of scripture in the Bible that you like, you observe it, and then you apply it, and then you pray about, what you just read and how you can apply it to your life. So I've been doing that every day for the past 11 days now, and it's just allowed me to get closer to God, overall understand myself a little bit better, and understand the Bible at the end of the day. So it just feels good to really get these things going, because once you get that hard part out the way, where it's like, oh, I don't really want to do this, like, I don't care for it. Once you get that out the way and you start doing it on a daily basis, you just find yourself doing it when you don't even think about doing it. Like, you'll just literally sit down at the desk, whip out the Bible, start writing, doing your thing, and you're like, oh, wow, I just got that done in like 5-10 minutes. And so you can do that with anything you want to do, whether it's, cooking, going to the gym, making content, starting a business, just getting uncomfortable, trying new things, going out and just putting yourself in situations that you typically wouldn't. The more you do that on a consistent basis, whether it's every day, every other day, usually every day, you will start to see a lot of change in your life in the direction of, where you're going, and it'll become easier. So you just have to allow these habits to become easy, where it's like, oh, you want to work out? Okay. So once you get in the car and you go to the gym, there's no going back. So you just have to choose the actual hard part of getting in the car and driving to the gym, because once you get to the gym, you're at the gym. You might as well just work out. So you just get that done. Or if you need to write, you wake up in the morning and you already have, a pencil on top of your journal ready, open to the page that you have to write on. So you see that, it's like, all right, it's an obligation, I have to do this. And you do this every day, and it starts to build up, compound, and then you just become doing it basically on autopilot. And it just makes life and everything a lot easier, a lot more fluent. And it just honestly makes life a lot more fun, if I'm being completely honest. So that's what I've been up to pretty much. And the other day, I believe it was 3 days ago, I was on the phone with my parents talking about life and stuff, my roommate and whatnot. And, life is very uncertain. Like, nothing is set in stone. You can have a job and get fired the next day. You can have a business and not make money for a whole month. And that's just how life is. So you have to allow yourself to just be comfortable with, like, not, don't attach to things, okay? Be comfortable with not getting the results that you want. Because the moment that you identify with something, let's say you make 10K in a month and you don't make it the next month, you're gonna feel like absolute dog shit, right? Or if you get a job and you're like very happy about it, and then you get in the job and you absolutely hate it, and then you have to find another job, then you're like, bro, like you're just wasting a ton of energy and time. Or you can get laid off from that job if you really like it. Nothing is for certain, and you have to make the most of what's available to you and what you got going on in your life. So I was talking to my dad about this the other day, and it's just like, business, it's not always going to be consistent income. You're not going to be, getting the results you want all the time, and you can only do the most that you can do. So sometimes if it means, going above and beyond and really just trying to scale and, post more content, just get uncomfortable. Just put yourself in situations where you usually wouldn't. Like I said, the more you do that on a consistent basis, it opens up more doors and opportunities for yourself and your life where you can meet, a certain person that allows you to move into another stage of your life, or you just meet another like skill or another threshold that allows you to have a different skill set and move on and use that with, whatever it may be that you want to work on. So thinking about that, I just ended the call with him, sat down, put on my headphones, my AirPod Maxes, just listened to some music, some instrumental, and I just let it go. I just gave it all to God, and I just started bawling my eyes out. I just started crying. And a lot of it was me thinking about the past, like how far, you really have come, because a lot of us don't really acknowledge how far we've come. We just kind of like live in the moment, and if we don't have what we want right now, then we get all sad about it. You have to like actually observe everything leading up to this point. There's moments back then where I used to visualize quitting my job, where I used to visualize traveling out of the country, where I used to visualize, actually making money online, and I'm doing that now. But like at the same time, when you think in the present moment, you feel as if you're lacking. You feel as if, oh, I'm not getting results I used to. If you think back and realize, damn, I accomplished literally everything that younger me visualized and manifested, and I'm still not happy. Why is that? It's because you're not grateful. You're not in the present moment. You're not living for the now. You're living in the past. You're living in the future. You have to allow yourself to fully be grateful for everything you have in the present moment, who you are right now, what you have right now, and where you are, and just move on in a very, flowful, happy, excited, positive manner in your life. And that's when you start attracting the things that are meant for you, and you can really start seeing it come to life more and more and more. And that's when God starts to actually give you some rewards and guide you in the right direction. So when it's the other way around, God will send you, lessons where it's like, for example, I was back at home, I was getting really comfortable. I wasn't like doing anything, didn't make any money, was being super lazy, was playing video games and shit. And I had a moment where he just, boom, everything went to shit. And that in my mind was a lesson from him to just wake up, bro. Like, come on, like you said you wanted to do this, you want to get closer to me. You're slacking, bro. You haven't gone to church, you haven't read the Bible, what's going on? And so that was a wake-up call, woke me up. I was like, damn, that's right. And then I got an opportunity to move to a new location in a different state, and I was like, dude, let's do it. Moved here, and things have just been flowing way better, a lot more positive and routine, like I said, and I just feel more in alignment with who I am and have a strong relationship with God. So that's pretty much just my message for this video. But before I end it, I wrote something in my journal after that prayer I had when I started bawling my eyes out. And basically, it just says, I used to think that success was measured by how much people congratulated you when you reached an achievement or a goal. But in reality, success is measured by having self-acceptance of who you are, no matter where or how far you are on your journey. So to be successful is to speak your truth and to act on it. And that's all I got to say. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. Let me know, your thoughts, how you felt, and if there's anything you want me to talk about in the future. I'd love to hear your requests and what you guys got going on. But yeah, subscribe if you resonate with this video and you're interested in seeing more content like this. Leave a like. It's very much appreciated. So once again, my name is Ian McQueenie. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.